For his kindness is me strong and love. For his reign of our fathers so free. Papua New Guinea.
Our team from NCDC, representative of our communities who are here this evening for this very important annual event started 3 years ago or 2 years ago, this being the third. Members of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary. I want to also acknowledge and thank Ms. Dalciana Somare Bresh, representing her siblings, members of the Somare family, and their relatives. I want to also acknowledge the members of the discipline force, especially the police band from the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary. Also, I want to acknowledge the representative of the East Sipi community who are here with us, representing our people from the length and breadth of the Dead Province. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I want to welcome each and every one of you to this Candle Light Virgil to commemorate the life, the legacy, the story, and to remember Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare. Everyone in our country, especially those his peers in Parliament, people in the public service and different walks of life, have their own story about Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare. I was privileged to enter Parliament when he was still a member of the National Parliament of PNG, particularly as Prime Minister in 2007, together with our Prime Minister, Honorable James Marape. It was a privilege to share time with him, appreciate his demeanor and his vision, his character, and what made him to be who he is and he was. But this evening I want to share with you all, as we assemble here, other parts of our city, in the length of and breadth of our country, to this day that national government has declared for us to remember, pay respect, homage to this founding father of our nation. Just share my own story, perhaps from outside, before I came to Parliament, as a contribution to this day, this event. I was in high school in 1974-75. I can say that I was a member of the, or perhaps part of the children of independence. Because I probably was about 13 or 12 or 14 at the time we were going to independence. So many things were happening. Excitement was in the air. Also, we can say too, there were a lot of uncertainty. What would happen come independence? And I recall that in high school, we were thinking whether this dream of Papua New Guinea becoming one independent state could happen or not, whether it will be a reality or not, whether the leaders at that time in the House of Assembly would agree. Because in 73, 74, going towards independence, there are a lot of challenges that our country faces. Different opinions and views. Even there was a section of our various parts of our country that thought that it was not a good idea to merge together to become one independent state. In the south, our people from the Papuan region, they want to secede. In Bougainville, the Bougainvilleans too, they don't want to be part of the equation. Up in the islands, our leaders and people up in the islands, they probably felt, perhaps rightly maybe, that we were not ready for independence. We should delay independence. But there was one man who was visible, vocal, leading, and edging on everyone. That's the man today we come to pay respect. It is the character of this man, his attribute and vision and leadership that was able to get everybody together to agree in 1973 in the House of Assembly that we should come together as one independent state. We have to remember too, at the time there were two territories, the Papuan colony of Papua and the colony of New Guinea. There's so many things perhaps working against that dream, but Grand Chief stick to the dream. He had a great dream. Maybe at the time we might say an impossible dream. So many things working against that dream. Our people were still scattered in so many tribes, thousands of them, so many languages. But it took one man with a conviction and leadership and character to bring everybody together. We are watching from high school. We are excited about independence, but will it happen or not? And to his credit, and true to his character and quality, and his ability to convince everyone, he was able to get all the dividing political opinion, views, region, those who even consider seceding. Papua, I think they want to be seventh state of Australia. That's the extent to which the division was 73, 74, going to 75. But come 1973, going towards self-government in 1974, everybody agreed. And as we here to pay homage to Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare, we have to also acknowledge his life is intertwined with the story of Papua New Guinea. And it is important that every year we hold this Virgil Remembrance Day to tell this story, very important story. In 74, in the south, Sir Mauri Kiki, Sir Bia Walewale, Sir Ruben Taureka, Sir John Guys, he was able to convince them. They agreed. They were able to shelve the idea of seventh state of Australia. In Bougainville, John Mommy's father as he was then, Sir Paul Lapun, all the leaders of Bougainville. Today they might have a different story. In 1973-74, they agreed because of the leadership and the quality of Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare. Our leaders up in the islands, Sir Tay Abal was in the opposition. He was a bit suspicious of Somare. This guy might become a dictator. just like happening in other post-colonial state. We're probably not ready, but he was able to convince them in so many ways. So our leaders up in the highlands, Sir Teyaba, Sir Thomas Kawali, Sir Matia Beyui, Sinake Giregire, Sir Yambake Oku, very staunch politician, leaders in their own right. And when they took a position, they were very strong in their position. He was able to get them to agree that we all should come together to this idea, this dream. So this evening, as I welcome you all to our Virgil, to remember Grand Chief. Yes, we remember him, his life journey and his story. A man whose life defined our nation, our people. 49 years old, we are still facing so many challenges, but he has laid the foundation for us. In the ideas that he have, in the constitution that they put together, in the state institutions that they crafted and knew that these are the institutions that will bring these thousands of tribes, so many regions with so many ideas to come together to make perhaps this a nation that maybe we might say an impossible nation to become truly one independent state, united as one people, one country. This is the story that we also celebrate today. And that is why it's important that we keep on telling this story, the story of Somare, his life, his journey, his challenges, importantly his dream, very important dream. I want to close by leaving to all of us this challenge about this dream. Imagine if Papua New Guinea, the thousands of tribes, 860 languages, different political opinions, we all agree with this dream. We all embrace it and manifest it. Give up our so many differences that sometimes tear us apart and come together to make this dream real. Imagine the power that it will have just for us as this country with immense potential, but also becoming a example to the world. The world that today is divided by economy, by religion, by different ethnicity, political ideologies. A world so divided, it needs an example. And I believe a potential example lies in us here in Papua New Guinea, a nation that perhaps is almost impossible, was made possible by these great men. Today I thank each and every one of you for coming to pay homage and pay respect to the father of the nation. He's a legend. And as our Prime Minister said last year on this occasion, there will not be any other Papua New Guineans like him. There will be none. Nobody can equate his feat. And that's a very important, powerful story to keep on telling. And that's why I'm happy to be your host this evening. And I thank each and every one of you. Those I have not mentioned as well, please, my apologies if I have by oversight not mentioned you. But I thank each and every one of you for accepting our invitation at this last moment to come and still hold this vigil, because it's a story that is a strong, powerful story that must continue to resonate forever in our country, generations now and many to come, to understand the dream that define this country and which is possible for our country and also for our region and the world. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you all for once again for your attendance.